Hi everyone, today I will show you how to make vase with Sverchok. There are many ways to do something in Sverchok, but we can start with simple things, and vase begins from shape. We can define horizontal shapes as circles, or we can define shape as abris. Let's start from simple circle. In edit mode we can duplicate it as many times as we need, then L, select all and scale. Such a way we making shape. This shape is hidden, virtual, and virtual. So, starting with Sverchok, you know how to install it. Sverchok installing is simple and has some general preferences. Theme default and Blossom and your custom theme you can define, and debugging, updating, and so on. So let's start with layout. In layout we need object send, object in node. This node catch all the circles, but if we now put it to object in, let's say we can have one object. I don't want that things to happen. We need not one object but many objects with that we can join. We can go two ways. We can divide separate loose parts. It making 6 circles as we have, or we can manually separate. Let's see what's happening in 3D, because we need organized shapes. Organized shapes, we can see it with list item, restruct list item. What does it mean? It means we have one object, and we can see what item index we're choosing. So you see it ordered. If we have no ordered shapes, we can make simply sorting, vector sorting, making this kind of job for us on x, y, z directions. The same, it doing the same. Okay, we don't need it. We can go ahead and use golden node, one of the greatest nodes. It is UV connect. Let's just connect it and see the result. Result is strange because we have default slices. What slice is? Every object joining one in one polygon. So if we change direction, it will join in another direction slices, but we don't need slices. Turn it off. We see this vase and the edge is broken, so we can circle on one of the directions. Let's put this shading from some light source. This button is doing this, and viewer draw. So next we joined it and cycle it, and we can cap holes. We can make cap holes on the edge we cycle it, so it will definitely make this edge, but we don't need it now. And we can cycle another direction, so we can play. For now we have vase. It is ugly and we need to interpolate. Interpolation MK2 can make for you UV direction in cubic pattern by default with one node. Not earlier we have interpolation with simple flip node, and this one node replacing the chain. Chain consists of these parts. So instead of these three nodes, also not only 3 but number range float from 0 to 1 in each direction. These 4 nodes replace it. Let's delete this 3 only with 1. So we have cubic interpolated shape that we can further change, and you have U direction interpolation only turned on by default. Turning UV, we can see 10 on 10 polygons, or 11 on 11. No, 10 on 10. 11 vertices, 10 polygons in each direction. We can replace it with one node and remove the default grid. So we can increase and decrease this value count to make this smoother. We can make one or another direction smoothing, so we not need much in one direction, we need more in another. That way. This is simple ways. Simple ways making just ways. We don't need simple ways. This lesson aimed to make pattern. You can see the pattern right in here. We deleting UV connect, we don't need it anymore. And what we have to do, this pattern activating, removing UV, because pattern always UV direction, U and V. And we have before float series from 0 to 1. We can see what inside by viewer text. From 0 to 1 values, and it's sharing these values on one direction and on another direction, and cross points joined to vertices in 3D. So when you sharing pattern, you have to add object as from 0 to 1 on X and Y. Why? Because these values we can just share. Let's make simple example on circle. I love circles, and we can remove old, add new, and see what we've got. This object 1 by 1 and 1 meter, we can catch it with send object in. Really we can send get object ID get, but we need filter then, and I don't need it, but we can do this this node also. This is not in future it will have socket, a separate socket for object, Blender object, and for bmesh, separate objects. So operations made it by default Blender API, not by Sverchok. We need vector out. So we selected get and vector out. Now we have series of points on X. You see not range, you see you see some change this scale, get in scale. Yes, not minimal. It's not nothing bad, but I just removed it. Okay, and Y the same. We join in instead of this values, this X and Y. Next, we can join already this interpolation node and see vertices as a result. It takes long time because of not optimized code and not showing vertices. And joining polygons from original mesh, we can see what circle doing on vase. So we can make already baking. This is one. I really don't know why it's take a long time. Maybe this video recording is guilty in this. So let's make vase. Separated linear the full grid. Yes, let's bake it also. This we not need it. Okay, some house in my head but we can do it. Next we can just make another case of this simple subdivision. It's not curves, it's mesh, and that's why we need subdivide in both directions, not only in one. Let's say 5. And then we get this object and looking for pattern. This pattern appears to be just curved to just this way. We can remove something I don't understand. Okay, let's say we have it. Next we can bake, deactivate processing of layout because it's slow. And then making solidify, we can make something already something. Or vice versa. Something. Something like that. We can now play with some values, or I don't know, do what we want to do. And play another. Something. It is something. Edge split, edge split, something. We can remove this. So you can define your own pattern, make your own object, not always vase, so we can experiment with some kind of other object. For example, we can get this, we can get this already gotten, and we can update with equal and have this kind of pattern. Something. We can make letters, we can make anything. For now it not defines normal, but in future it will, and we can get some interesting results, and even with simple circles. So watching on Sverchok, and goodbye.